I moved in to be closer to my grandkids. They treated me like trash. Big mistake. When my wife of 42 years passed, I lost more than a partner. I lost my anchor. The silence in our old home was deafening. So when my daughter Emily offered, "Dad, move in with us. The kids would love having Grandpa around," I said yes, thinking I'd found a sliver of warmth again. But I was wrong. So very wrong. The welcome wore off fast. Within weeks, I went from Grandpa to burden. Her husband, Mark, complained if I left a light on. Emily rolled her eyes when I asked for help with the remote. They fed me last, spoke to me like a toddler, whispered behind my back. Once, I caught Mark telling the kids, "Grandpa's old and slow. Don't bother him." Old, maybe, but slow? Not when it comes to revenge. I stayed quiet, observant. Every insult, every cold shoulder, I logged it in my mental journal. You see, before retirement, I wasn't just dad or grandpa. I was a financial advisor for over 35 years. I built portfolios for millionaires, taught CEOs how to keep secrets, and make moves quietly. They forgot that. What they did know was that I had money. Quite a bit, in fact. They assumed that tolerating me for a few years meant I'd leave everything too. Emily, that's why they kept me just comfortable enough. That's why I let them believe it. Until last month, Mark came home grinning like a fool. He had quit his job. "No point slaving away," he told Emily. "Your dad's inheritance will cover everything soon enough." That night, I changed my will. Last week, I faked an emergency chest pains, shortness of breath. Emily didn't even ride with me to the hospital. Said she had Pilates. But the ambulance driver? He was my lawyer's nephew. At the hospital, I checked into a private suite for a full evaluation. And never went back. Emily called, panicked. I told her I was fine. Just decided to stay somewhere quieter. 3 days later, she received a letter. It read, "Since I was treated like a burden in your home, I've decided to be a blessing elsewhere. I left everything house, stocks, bonds, and that secret lakefront cabin no one knew about to my grandchildren, in a trust they can access when they're 25. And the trustee? The kind nurse from the clinic who always asked about my day and never made me feel invisible. She'll make sure my legacy is handled with care. Emily and Mark? Not a cent. The twist? I've been recording everything. The disrespect, the mockery, the whispered plans. It's all going into a memoir titled, Unwanted, the Diary of an Invisible Parent. And you better believe it's going viral. Don't forget the hands that once held you. And never mistake silence for weakness. Love stories where karma shows up with a grin and a clipboard. Subscribe to Cold Revenge, the channel where revenge isn't loud. It's legendary.